Oh yeah. Yeah, my last game review was about 3 years ago now. The last time I did a game review, and I have a lot of them. Let's take a look at them. Those are my music CDs there. That's my PlayStation 3 games, PlayStation 2s and 1s, all those games. Xbox is over there. You can't really see them. I can't really. I'm still charging my phone now, so I can't really bring it over there. But yeah, it's a lot of games. So, yeah. Sorry about that. Today we're gonna review Oddworld. Yes. This game here, PlayStation 1, as you can see. Yeah, Oddworld is how can I describe it? It's a unique game. I feel like I call it a hidden gem because I don't hear nothing about it. It came out in 1997, the first game. The second game came out in, I think it was 98 or 99. I think it was 98. And this game here is pretty unique. It's a puzzle game at its core. It has a adventure game sheen painted over it. So I like that. It makes you think, you know what I'm saying, on how to escape and how to save your fellow Mudokons. Because that's what the name of your creature is. He's a Mudokan. And that's him there, Abe. You get to play as. And it's dark and gritty. I mean, it's kind of fucking creepy at times to the music, but it's not meant to be a scary story. And it also has elements of suspense. So you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know who this guy is. But as you play the game more, you find out that he's actually he's a chosen one, so to speak, to save his fellow Mudokons from slavery. Because the story goes like this: he works in a meat processing plant where they do all kinds of meats and shit. He eats some himself. And what happened was one day he discovered that his race was next on the menu for meats. And he's like, holy shit, I don't want to be one of them. So he escapes from the place and everything. And on his way out, he's trying to rescue his fellow slaves, his fellow Mudokons. And as you play the game, you get to know about their own race and how they used to live before they became slaves and stuff like that. I mean, the newer versions, they don't give it no justice. I mean, remakes are cool as long as they are good games. As long as you want to play them, you know, because if you don't want to play it and it's worse than the first, then it doesn't matter about the remake, you know. The remake is too bright. It looks like fucking Los Angeles. No, it looks like a Las Vegas casino underground with slaves working at it and shit. It's ridiculous. All the darkness and the grittiness and the fucking unwelcome atmosphere is gone in the remake of this game. And I fucking hate it. I said, look how bright it is. What the fuck? I thought I need the sunglasses in order to see the game footage, man. That's how bright it was. So it just doesn't, it's not the same. So if you really want that atmosphere, I feel that the developers wanted you to feel as you play the game, you get this version here. This is the version right here you need to get. And speaking of the second version, I looked at the second version on Amazon, and come to find out they're limited editions. They ain't even make too many copies of that version. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could download it from PSN. I'm thinking of But the physical copies, holy shit, forget it. They are super expensive. The cheapest one I saw was for like about $50. About $40 to $50 I saw it for. And I was like, that's ridiculous. I don't even want the game anyway, but if I did, that's fucked up. You know, so I'm assuming you could download it from PSN. Something like that. You could just play it like that as an emulator. But I recommend this version here because they got a lot of these copies on Amazon, the physical copies, for a decent price, under $10, $15. I bought this one for $22. For $22. And come to find out, it was basically new. The guy only played it about a couple of times. So I looked out and found this copy here. And yeah. So I looked out and found this is $22. And ironically, the game has been out for 22 years. Isn't that something? I paid $22 for this copy. And the game has been out for 22 years as of this upload. I thought that was fucking interesting. So, let's take a look at this booklet right quick. Shit, I gotta use one hand. See, you can see the creatures that you encounter on your way in this game. There's Abe there. And all these, that's the creature you ride on. This is like the big boss here, you know. This ugly guy there. This is the main menu of the game. No, this is not the main menu. This just tells you how to make them say certain words. This is another thing about this game is that back then when this game came out, there were hardly any games that have vocalization in them. You know, especially English voice acting. And this is one of the few games, if not the only one at the time, that had this type of feature. So they definitely took advantage of this. This has really set them apart from the other games that were coming out on the PlayStation 1. You can make them say hello. You could hold L1 and press. You can make them say hello. You can make them angry. He could like he do like an angry little thing. You can make them say wait, follow me. And you can also make him whistle. He can fart. And he can do another type of whistle. And you can make him laugh. I thought that was cool. Especially at the time, this was fucking groundbreaking. So, I don't know if you can hear that Shawn Michaels song, but that's my favorite version of it. I do not like the one he used until now. I don't like it as this one sounded way better. This Shawn Michaels remake. I mean the first version. I like it way better than the one he's using now. But anyways, back to this game. Yeah, these are the main villains that you run across. Then these motherfuckers are fast. You got to be careful when you encounter them. Yeah, there's more characters here. Yep. Yeah, the big face. This is like the King Mudakin of his race here. So yeah, it's a pretty unique game. It's a hidden gem. And I'm gonna tell you how I discovered this game. I had a next door neighbor who played games. And I used to go over to his house and we would play all type of different video games and shit. And I got so envious of him when he got this PlayStation 2 because I didn't have one yet. I was like, oh, I wouldn't get PlayStation 2 till years later. After he had got his, because it had just came out. And I was so envious. I remember watching them playing Final Fantasy X, and I was blown away with the graphics, and then they spoke for the first time in the series and shit. I thought that was fucking cool. You know. So, but anyways, so this is the development team here who developed the game, who's responsible for this unique hidden gem. But yeah, his name was Jimmy, and one day he was actually playing the game at his house. This is the first game in the series. He actually had the second one. So I actually saw the second one the first time I ever saw it. And he was playing it. And I didn't want to play it the right way, so I decided to watch the game, to watch him play it. And I was like, this looks pretty unique. You know, it's pretty interesting. I wasn't really into it back then, but I enjoy watching him play the game, you know. And in the years since, I never forgot about the game. I just never wanted to buy it. I mean, I was never really into it. It wasn't until not too long ago now that I saw a live stream where somebody was testing. This guy had bought the PlayStation Classic, fucking garbage. Unless you got an emulator or some type of hack to put all the games into it, you shouldn't even bother buying it because it has no games on it. And I can't believe it had this game on it. I can't fucking believe it. And this is one of the games that he was playing on it. And I was like, I remember this game. Wow. And I was into it so much when he was playing. I said, damn, you should do a live stream playing this. I would definitely join, you know. So I'm like, shit, man. And then all of a sudden, my desire to buy the game and play it, it just came over me. You know, I was like, I want to own this motherfucker now. You know, so at that very moment, I went to Amazon, added on my wish list, and ended up buying it sooner than I wanted to. So, rather, I bought it sooner than I thought I was going to buy it. So, so that's my story with this game, you know. And regarding the new version, you had this one guy comment, because he obviously likes the remake, which is fine. I'm not knocking you for liking the remake. That's cool. For the new generation, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But he gonna say you shouldn't talk about it if you ain't played it, or he's on that. How would you know if you like it or not if you haven't played it? Now, I used to believe in that myself, that you have to watch a movie or you have to actually play a game or try something. That really determines if you're going to like it. Now I believe that's bullshit. Because if it doesn't interest you from the get-go, you're not going to want to play, eat, or watch the subject. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that makes no sense because if the game or a movie does not interest me, or if the food doesn't look delicious, or I don't want to eat it, I've already judged it already. Because if that's not the case, if I have to fucking play a game in order to see if I like it or not, what the fuck is the point of the trailers then? If I have to watch a movie in order to determine if I like it or not, what is the point of the previews then? What's the point? What does the preview serve then? They serve nothing. Oh, the previews serve to get you into the movie. Yes, but also determines if you want to fucking see it. It's like shit. Just like that god-awful Ghostbusters movie. The previews alone made me say fuck it. It was just too fucking retarded. And then you add the feminist agenda on top of it. That made it even worse. Oh, this music here, I don't know if you can hear it. This is Bret Hart's first theme. It's called Fire and Desire. I actually like that better than the theme he was using until he retired from until he left WWF or WWE. I actually like that better. That's just me. I like the guitar riff of the tune that he used after him leading up to leaving the company. But I just like this one better, you know. It has vocals to it and shit. You are my fire. It's nice, man. I said, that's Bret Hart? I couldn't believe it was Bret Hart's theme. You start the fire in me. You are the air I breathe. That's a jam, man. I said Bret Hart was rocking to that. That is awesome. Man, that is awesome. I'm going to double check and see if that's his thing. Because I don't want to give out false information. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I gotta look at it. I can't look at it from the phone. Let me see, Bret Hart. Yeah, You Start the Fire. That's what it's called. If you ain't heard that theme, please look it up. Please YouTube it. Look it up. I like it better than the theme that he was using. That he used after that. You know what I'm saying? That he uses now. But I like that better. Bret Hart was rocking with that one. I don't think he used it that long. But yeah, so I wish I could have turned. I thought I turned the music up before I recorded a little bit, but anyways, that's a fucking jam. I'm losing my thought. I'm pretty much done with this review. Yeah, it's a nice game. It's really unique, you know. And I must warn you, if you're gonna play it, you have to remember that these puzzles are very frustrating. You have to really use your brain on how to complete these puzzles. I mean, just be patient. Patient. You'll eventually figure it out. Just keep on trying different strategies, different approaches and shit, different things. You know, you'll be all right. It takes a little minute, but that's what makes it fun. You know, that's what makes it fun. And then when you accomplish that puzzle, you'll feel so good about yourself. That's why I'm so against people saying like, oh, games are too hard. They shouldn't be so difficult and shit. No, games should be fucking challenging, because if it's too easy, I'm not going to want to play it. I'm not going to want to play it. I had this one fighting game. It was too fucking easy. I didn't want to play it because it was too easy. So I like a fucking challenge, because when you accomplish said challenge, you feel good about yourself. You have that sense of accomplishment. That's what a lot of the youth today are missing out on, because everything is too fucking easy. They expect everything to be handed to them in life. No, you should work for it. And then when you finally reach that goal, you will feel great. It's therapy. It's good. That means you reach that goal. It feels so good to beat a game that you ain't beaten, let's say, in years, and it's so hard, and you try, and then you finally beat it. That's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. So, yeah, so that's the end of my review, man. So this is Y Chromosome. Signing out. Peace and love. And it's been 3 years since I did a game review on my channel. I had to look it up before I upload it. All right, peace and love.